Going Nerdy with me, Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Today we are going to be playing GAC. My goodness, we are going to have some fun. Now, I gotta say, as excited as I am about this, which I am, I'm actually pretty stoked. So tonight it's going to be kind of fun. And I say kind of fun, it'll be a blast, right? Addict and a guy named Scissor Punch. Awesome. Anyways, so today we are going to be doing our GAC. I did lose the last battle. Of course, SF Jedi Mike went in and actually defeated everything. And didn't lose as bad as I did. It's these GLs up front. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me every time. But you know, that's just how it rolls. So, Alexandra today. We are going after Alexandra. She has Sith Eternal Emperor, which I haven't really even fought against. I mean, that's crazy. But she's got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren up top, as well, and so she's got all those characters, all those awesome people that you need to unlock those characters. But she doesn't have some of the other ones that I'm more worried about. So let's go ahead and look at her real quick. So right now she's got up top, she's got Separatists, right? She's got decent Separatists, but not great ones, I guess. She's got our Imperial team, which is weird because I've not seen an Imperial team like this. I haven't gone up against one. I'm not super worried by any means, but you know, it's one of those things where, you know, when you out of sight, out of mind, you're not familiar with it. So I'm very interested in this one, however. You've got a Relic 7 Sidious, you've got Darth Maul, Sith Assassin, and then you've got these two here. I'm very curious to see how that plays out. Then we've got our Geos, of course. We've got, why does he have, oh, it's Spy. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought it was Pago the Lesser. I was like, why would he have Pago the Lesser, Relic 7, and not anyone else? But that's not Pago the Lesser. That's the Geo Spy, which, good move. And then we've got our First Order right here. So, I'm curious. Did he save Sith Eternal Empire for the back? Are we going to see him on offense? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. So let's go ahead and run with it. I'm gonna pull out my own Sith. I'm gonna back him up a little bit more than I normally do. Normally, we're going after Geos, right? Yeah. Normally, I just do like the, what do you call it? The 4 Sith. You know, I do Traya and Nihilus and Darth Sion, and I do this guy. That I don't think is going to be enough today. So I feel like, here's the thing: we need a tank. We need someone who can really do some great damage right off the bat, or at least take some great damage. And I don't want to use this. No, you know what? I'm just gonna do a full team, unfortunately. So let's take him and no, let's do this. I don't like having to do this, and I'm hoping that it actually works, but we'll see. To be honest, it's just I got him. Oh, yep, that's what I was afraid of. Him getting tagged right off the bat. And now the concern is what's his face gonna survive? Well, we've got him some love. Got a little bit of help. It looks like maybe. I don't know why I did that. Probably not the right thing to do, but let's kill him. Let's kill him! Yeah, the Marauder. That's probably who I should have used, was the Marauder. 54, still over 50. Not the 60 I would have preferred, but it never is. Alright, so let's go first order. We've got these guys. I'm kind of thinking maybe 501st. Bounty Hunters. How's everyone's weekend? Take out the alpha. That's always the goal, right? Always take out the alpha. Let's go 501st. Feel like, actually, you know what? Because there's just the 3 of them. Let's not do 501st. Let's do Bounty Hunters. And let's come here. Let's do all of them. I just might as well. Might as well, right? This way we can definitely, you know, move around. We don't have to attack the same person. It's gonna be wonderful. Now, I gotta say, as far as before I joined the stream, I saw that Darth Gilles over on YouTube pointed out that a lot of people are talking about The Rock and not, you know, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So in the book Light of the Jedi, I believe it was, I forget. No, it's Into the Darkness or something like that. It's one of the new books from this new era that they're focusing on. It's interesting. Like, I don't know, I haven't seen the videos yet. I've seen of them, but I haven't actually watched them. But so in the book there's this smuggler of sorts, right? He's part of this shady operation that ends up, like, you know, ferrying a few Jedi to the beacon, right? To the Starlight Beacon, which is the whole thing that they're trying to do in this new series, right? They're trying to open Starlight Beacon, and it's interesting, sure, but they have 3 crew members. They have the main character, who is the best way to think about him is like Matthew McConaughey if he was more of a hippie, right? Like way more of a hippie. And then you have this, I don't know, younger teenage girl who's kind of like trying to come into her own, trying to find her place, so on and so forth, right? She's, I don't know. Anyways, it's an interesting storyline. The problem is the third character for this crew is a giant rock. Now, it's not just a rock. The way that it's described is it is very much a rock person, but they don't know. I don't remember him not having arms and legs. Like, the way that I understood it is, it was just like a rock person, right? And he didn't move or anything. It's yeah. So it's a really interesting story, and like the thing is, like the characters who know him, like they interact with him as if he's talking, and they talk about how like he's all into like this debauchery and this like he's like this totally it sounds weird, but like he's a sinful rock creature. But he goes out and parties, and no one can party like this guy, and it's weird, right? It's really weird. And I said in before the stream began, like, it's very much a running joke that went way too long, right? Now, if any of you guys have read the comics, there's a comic where R2 and Chewbacca end up going to this planet to destroy the planet, right? And they find sentient life, but it's not organic life. It's a rock creature, and they end up saving Chewbacca and 3PO. And I never finished it. Like, it's just one issue of a comic, but I couldn't. It's weird, right? It's weird, and it makes sense that in a universe that there are going to be creatures that are not probably carbon based, but like they tell, like, when they first introduced the rock creature, like, well, just don't piss him off. He's a jerk. And then there's this scene where like someone's about to get shot out of a, and I'm not gonna ruin it for you, right? But like there's a scene when it's like someone's about like to be shot out of a thing because of like explosive decompression, right? They're all in space and there's a hole and something breaks. The Rock just shows up and like doesn't do anything, but somehow the Rock is in the right place at the right time to protect everybody. It's a really weird character, and again, like I feel like it's just a running joke that they took too far. Like it's not bad by any means. It's just weird, and like when you like, I was listening to it, and the book itself had a lot of, I don't know what the Rock was cooking, sulfur maybe, I don't know, like he just kind of shows up, and when he does show up, things are good. But like he doesn't move. No one notices him moving or anything like that. It's just weird. And like as far as the book goes, I mean it kind of fits with the voice of the book, the style of the book. Like and the thing about it is the book itself is for kids. He's chilling down at SmackDown Hotel with the other jabronis. Like that's the thing. It is a children's book, right? Or it's an adolescent fiction. It's a teen book, which is weird because of everything else that the book has. So this is the same book that talks about like how Jedi can, have babies, and not babies, but how Jedi can, have intercourse, and there's a bunch of really weird stuff in it for a teen book, but at the same time, I've read other teen books, and it's like, I guess it's kind of, but the fact that it's a teen book and it's Star Wars just feels, I don't know, it's not bad. It's weird. I gotta say that, like, I went out and bought a bunch of books this weekend. So this is one of them. Star Wars Victory's Price. This is the third book in Alphabet Squadron series. And here's the thing. The thought that I keep having as I'm listening to this book, you're not going to please everybody, right? You're just not. But like this book it all takes place in the sequel trilogy era. And the thing that I keep coming back to is the idea that this book series is really good. I mean, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite book series that they've come out so far. I mean, Thrawn, hands down, new Thrawn is... It's just great. I'm going to do this. But this is a really good book series. And one of the things that just keeps... I don't know, it just keeps me thinking is that it's not the sequel series, or it's not the sequel era that we don't like. It's the sequel trilogy. Because a lot of the stuff in the sequel era is legit good. You know? Like, now that I'm reading this book, I want to go back and reread Bloodlines. I want to go back and reread, what was it? I want to go back and reread the first two of this series. They're all really well done. And I think about that, I'm like, okay, so what happened everywhere else? So what I think happened is they sat down in their story group. I don't know if Dave Filoni was part of the story group. And to be honest, I don't dislike the idea of a story group. I don't. I think that's a really cool thing. Sit down with a group of people who are going to write comics and books and TV shows and whatever and say, what are we going to do? I think that's a brilliant idea, in fact. But they took it in a weird... So, they took it in a really weird place. Now, Darth Jill has asked me, have I heard that Kathleen Kennedy may be gone soon and that George Lucas may be taking over for a 2-year contract? It is a rumor that is going about. I haven't heard that one specifically, but I have heard a number of other rumors, and so recently, who was it? It was who was the guy, the head of the head of Disney. Let's see, Colonel Stark, Veers. I think Stark was the main guy. The head of Disney came. I don't know why I even brought in anyone else. The head of Disney came out and said, "Oh yeah, Kathleen Kennedy's doing a great job, and you know she's a visionary and all this other crap." Yes, it was Agatha all along, Dickie Darkside. It absolutely was. Is she Agatha? Is Kathleen Kennedy Agatha? I feel like it could be. So, where was I? Kennedy. Okay. After that, I've also heard rumors, and again, it's from the. It's from the rumor mill, guys. I mean, with stuff like this, you got to be real careful about what is said and heard and done. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Bob Chapek, that's the one. Bob Chapek said, "Oh yeah, she's a visionary." She's not a visionary. I mean, she's really not. I mean, but I've also heard some other stuff. Now, there is, I don't remember when it is. I'll have to look it up here in a second. But there is a let's do this. I mean, might as well. There is a quarterly meeting for Disney investors. I thought it was today. I feel like I'm mistaken on that, but there's supposed to be like a quarterly meeting sometime soon, and it's like the first week of March. And what they're going to do in this quarterly meeting is just talk about, hey, we've maybe made some mistakes and we're going to make some changes and kind of give like a road plan for the quarter, right? And this, and again, the idea is for, investors, kind of the investor day, but instead of it being like the overall, hey, this is what we've done for the year, This is what we are going to be doing in the future. I'm gonna lose. Yeah. If the rumor comes from Mike Zero, it is 100% false. I don't know. I love Mike Zero. He just tries so hard. Oh, and he's dead. He tries so hard. Oh, he's going after friggin' Yoda? You jerk face. Whoosh. Well, I still think I'm gonna win, but at what cost? It's victory's price, right? I love Mike Zero. I do. I love Mike Zero. He's so monotone as he does his stuff. It's just enjoyable to watch. I will say I watched Mike Zero and I was like, when I was debating on whether or not I could YouTube, and I thought to myself, man, if this guy's got followers, I could too. But the man's so consistent, you know, and there's no way that I could be that consistent. I don't know where he comes from. He takes like little kernels of information and makes like 6, 10 minute, 5 minute videos about it. It's impressive. It's really impressive. But again, I think that there's an issue, right? And you can't take a company like Lucasfilm and just kind of wash it down. There has to be a way, and I think that there is, to appease, to I don't know, make better what's been going on. Yeah, exactly. According to Mike Zero, Kathleen Kennedy's been about to die since she took over, right? He clearly doesn't. I mean, he's made no qualms about it. I mean, he's come out and said, yeah, I don't like this woman. Again, as I read these books, though, as I read stuff like Alphabet Squadron, as I read stuff like the Thrawn the Thrawn series and everything, I just think to myself, it's clearly not an issue with Star Wars. You know, it's not an issue with storytelling in Star Wars. It's specifically an issue with storytelling in films. Mandalorian did a great job. Star Wars Rebels did a great job. I mean, the rework of the Clone Wars. I mean, for the most part, there were some moments that I think we were all a little frustrated with. I legit know people who liked the third story, the middle story arc, where Ahsoka goes and hooks up with those two sisters. Which, if you say it like that, sounds like a very different story than what we actually saw in this, because that's not it. But, like, I know people that like that storyline. I wasn't a fan, but I don't have to like everything. And I'm, boosh, 64. I like that. I don't have to like everything, and that's fine, right? Star Wars can be for everyone, right? That's why the weird rock creature isn't a thing that really bothers me. Is it stupid? Yeah, it's stupid. Is it a running joke that should have left a long time ago? Yeah, it should have. But it's still fun. Yeah. No, so that's the thing. It's those people who Star Wars is more than just a career. Star Wars is more than just it's more than just a TV show. It's more than just a movie. It's a life, right? Something is, and it's what fans migrate to. Every fandom has something that helps them somewhere. I'm not a fan of Doctor Who, but I haven't watched a lot of it, I gotta say. So it's not that I'm saying it's bad, I'm just not a fan. I do love Harry Potter, but I'm not I haven't been into the other stuff. But it's these fandoms that have a following, and they have a following because these stories mean something to them, right? And I think that there are those career Lucasfilm people. I mean, and this is going to be the way in every industry. People who it's a job for them. But then there are those people, like I believe Dave Filoni is, who love it. Who it's more than just a job for them. It is like their life goal, the thing that they've enjoyed pursuing. You know, it's that thing. And I think the problem comes when those people aren't listened to as much. I have no problem with Kathleen Kennedy like running the company but it's when people who have that power, who are at the very top, starting to make creative decisions, I think that's a problem. I do. Now, you know, I think you have to do a balancing act. You have to appease the people that be, the powers that be, and then you've got to, you know, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at right now with this. I love Star Wars. I don't even know what I'm doing, guys. I'm like bringing in all my crappy ships. Let's hope this little battle here doesn't destroy me and end me for everything. I'd be upset if it did. Let's go after him. But I don't know. Like I'm really excited. I am, and I'm stoked. I think we've got a month and a half until we start getting the Bad Batch stuff, which I really think that we're going to be getting some of that stuff here soon in this game. I think we'll be getting a lot of. I don't know actually where we'll start. I would love to see a Fennec Shand. You know, but will we get Fennec Shand from the Bad Batch, or will we get Fennec Shand Clone Wars Fennec Shand? I think they could give us both, to be honest, and both would make sense. But I don't know. Having Fennec would be toy, right? Is she a bounty hunter, or would she be an assassin? I don't remember how they described her in the show, but this guy put like the same ships I did, and I realized that the ships that I chose suck. Turn meter. Let's do this. I might be able to pull this off, guys. Exactly. For those of you, if the rock creature is just a monolith, just a rock, then we already have precedent of how you can have an engineer without arms or legs. So hold on, guys. I'm gonna say this. This is the best I've performed in a long time. Like Claude from Star Wars, the Jedi one, the Rise of Skywalker, whatever. He has no arms and legs, yet he's working on the Millennium Falcon, and you have what's her face, Rose Tico, no arms and legs, still working on the Millennium Falcon. I don't know, that probably wasn't as funny as I thought it was. So, like, it's possible for a character like that to have a role. I don't know. So it's weird. Like it is. It's really weird. Hold on, let me get some of this, and we'll go off. We'll go and play Conquest for a few minutes. The story's not bad, but there's just random weird things in the story. Hold on, do I have? No, I don't have the book. I had the audio book. And it's weird. It is. It's really weird, and like it's like you want it to be. Because overall, here's the thing. Overall, it was good. It was a good book, but there's so many like off-putting moments that like I could see how someone might get it, and be like, I don't care for this, right? I could see easily how someone could get it and say like, this is bad, or this is not good storytelling, because there's definitely moments in that. Yeah. Darth Jill Rose Tico was in toy bins still full at Walmart. Yeah, that's people don't like Rose. And again, that's nothing against the actress Kelly Marie Tran. She was in Raya and the Last Dragon. I watched that yesterday, and it was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't the best. It wasn't like the best Disney movie to come out, but like I really enjoyed it. I did. My kids laughed at it. I laughed at it. We all had a pretty good time, to be honest. So I don't know. Like, I think that there's definitely... Again, I'm not saying that, like... that she's my favorite actress ever. I just don't think she's a bad actress. Just like most of the story of The Last Jedi... and the sequel, the Rise of Skywalker. The Rise of Skywalker specifically, like they totally cut Rose out, you know. Like I mean, give me a break. Like that's not her fault. Just make her better. Write her better lines, right? So, just a real quick, and before I jump over into Conquest, yeah, very nice woman, right? Not her fault the character arc sucked. Same thing with Finn. Like, Finn. Redeem Finn. Oh my gosh. Absolutely do it. Anyways. Man, sorry. This is where I'm at. So, I threw on some more characters just because I noticed that in situations like this, once I get this middle piece... I'm not using my ship energy anymore, right? So I threw up a bunch of other characters that are still in need of stuff from the ship energy. And I got, obviously Chupio and Mothma I'm working on. Mothma's so close. I mean, to 6-star. But then... I just realized you're simming 3 at a time. So I don't know if that's the best way. So Darth Jill is he points out that I'm simming 3 at a time. Now, if you guys remember, I forget her name. She was a YouTuber that actually got picked up by Capital Games. Nice lady. And I say lady, she's probably younger than me by like 10 years. But great streamer. I forget her name. Anyways, she was she had a master's degree in like numbers, right? I forget what it was, but like really, really smart. And she went through on our test accounts when we had them, because I say we, I mean like the Game Changers. Believe it or not, I was once a member of the Game Changers community. I was like the lowliest member. You know, you had like Arnold and Mobile Gamer and Han, Cubs fan Han and all those guys. And there was like just me making weird old, videos about whatever. But she was really good, and she made some really great videos, and she went through and she ran the numbers. Like she tested it out. And over time, it's the most doing the 3 doesn't actually benefit anything, right? It's not a your numbers aren't going to be, they're not going to pan out, right? I'm sure that there's mechanics in the game that may change that, or maybe, I don't know, but like whether you do 3 at a time or 7 at a time, the reason I do 3 at a time is because I like here, for example, I did 3 at a time because I knew I was missing 3 or 5 or something like that, whatever it was, right before I started doing. And so I did 3 at a time just because I know that I might get 3 that first time, I might get 3 the next time. But if I do all 7, then what's going to happen is, you know, I don't know if it benefits, but I'm just superstitious enough to to believe that it does. So yeah. Now, I was talking to Hermit Nate from my guild, and he asked me, he's like, so who are you working on? And I kind of pointed out my stuff. And I told him that I was really close to getting Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. Or whatever the GL for Luke is. I mean, 250 shards off between the two, something like that. Ah, so close. But I've got Mothma. Like, I should have Mothma 6-star by the end of the week. Oh, 6-star? No, I should have Mothma 6-star by like Monday or Tuesday. If all goes well, I'll have her 6-star tomorrow. But then getting her to 7-star is a whole nother feat. Chewbacca, Chew-P-O, a little different. He's a higher cost, and so I've been holding off on him. Once I get Mothma up, though, like, she's gear 10. She'll be gear 11 here in a day or so. And then it'll just depend on what I have left in stock to get her all the way up. But then I'll hustle over to get these two. But what he was pointing out was that Thrawn, Old Daka, and Zombie are great connectors, or great parts to the new Sith raid. And then he said, oh, the other ones that he pointed out were Padme, Anakin, and let's bring them up real quick. Padme, Anakin, and Ahsoka. And that actually might be something that I work on sooner rather than later, because it is going to be a time until I can get those characters to be the ones that I'm actually farming for, GL Luke, or what do you call that guy? Oh, balls! The ones I'm farming for the legendary event, or the other event. So I'll be able to use, like, for example, I could get her up right now and then only spend a little bit more to get her to Relic 5. And all of a sudden, not only is she more viable, but she's also able to participate in the new raid. So, and that wouldn't take me long. That would take me 2 days to get her all the way up. I mean, yeah, more or less. Because at that point, I've got to worry more about the other crap that goes with it. Same thing with these other two. So it's, I don't know. This is what I'm working on right now. This is my stuff, my gear. Let's jump over to Conquest real quick. I gotta say, I haven't done a lot here. I've been doing a little. Where am I? Here I am. Right. Mostly because I got my second coronavirus shot. What do you call that? The immunization. I am 100% immune to the coronavirus. I'm actually not going to go off of that. I believe that the government is tracking me. I do like Conquest. I just haven't played it nearly as much as I should. I really like the concept of it. It's just super time consuming. And I say it's not super time consuming. It's really not. I just haven't put the time in, to be honest. Who am I looking at? I got Chief Chirpa. I've got Ewok Elder. Probably should have done this before, you know, but I go after the Elder. You always want to go after the old people first because they're the slowest, easiest targets. You got to be careful with that because sometimes you go after old people like John Rambo, who, and I'm talking about like the old Rambo, you know, Sylvester Stallone, and he was older, but he was not an easy target, right? So, oh, Tebow, he is like the outcast of the Ewok society. Right. Thank you. It does help that I'm a teacher and I'm an essential worker. I mean, I'm not one saving lives, although I do feel like I save lives by providing knowledge to my students. At least that's what I tell their parents. I'm probably not, you know, the greatest of teachers. I have fun though. Dad cough. Let's go with it. So, but I do like this. I think it's a really cool concept, and I'm excited to see what they do with it. Like, it's not. Nayum. I don't know what that means. Who am I going after? Oh, it's these guys. Okay. I'm gonna use my Jedi because I like them. I will say the thing that I'm excited to see with Conquest is what some people are kind of worried about. Is the fact that you've got. Let's do this one. You've got this grind that we've been focusing on for so long. And everyone, and we saw it today. Like, we see it every time someone goes after a galactic legend. Right? You get a bunch of characters that are okay, but not great. All of the sudden, we're going to have a buttload of characters that we actually want to play with. And I'm excited about that. This stream is all ROM alts. I'm okay with that. But like that's the thing is it's like there's so much that can be that we can actually use, that we can actually play with. I mean, I'm excited for that because it's one of those things that it's like, well, hold on, where am I going against? I'm gonna bring my bounty hunters. I love my bounty hunters. Like, I have a very good point. Check the feats. I should probably start doing that. Let's see. Win without using more than modifiers. Start of the battle. Start to counter all player units are affected with healing immunity for the duration of the battle, which also can be dispelled to prevent it. Also, the players units receive a DOT. Ooh, that sucks. Which cannot be dispelled to prevent it. Start of the encounter, a crate is summoned to the boss ally slot. When the player attacks the crate, the unit recovers 10% health and protection. All DOT is put. Oh, yeah, I'm totally gonna be doing my bounty hunters because it's got feats. Win at least 7 battles with a full squad of Jedi. Go back, see if I missed it. Let's do that one again. Let's take that guy out. No, so the thing that I like about this and about is what I think it will do for the game, right? It's going to create diversity. It's going to force people to kind of not necessarily, well, I mean, kind of choose who they want, right? And the big issue is like, are you? I don't know. Are you playing the teams, the squads that you want? But 115. What do I have? You know what? I think that's. I think having GLs in the hard mode are probably a guarantee. Would be like I absolutely think that we'll see GLs in the hard mode, and a lot more of them. Now I don't know if this is. Let's see which other Jedi can use. No, I absolutely think we're going to see a lot more, but keep in mind that it's still tweaking, right? This is our exhibition match, right? What are they going to do with like legit game mode, right? What changes are they going to make between now and the actual going live of the event, right? It's very possible they can make some major changes. If you watch the interview with Cubs fan Han and one of the devs, I forget which one, you saw that they, you know, their plan is to make additional changes. So I think there will be, I think in the end it'll be a normal mode. I don't even think a normal mode. I think Conquest will probably start at a much different time. You know, this was probably not the right event to use this on. Probably should have kept going after those Ewoks. But like, yeah, I think that there's gonna be a normal mode that's gonna be for, you know, probably characters who are somewhere between like 50 and 80, maybe 50 and 85. I don't think that we'll see it stay at an entry point of 85. I mean, I think we could, but I think they're going to try to get it towards its, you know, newest players are still, you know, able to play again. I think that's what they're going to focus on, and that's going to be where they take it. It may not directly be that, you know. I just think that we'll see a lot more. Let's go Ahsoka. I think we'll see a lot more tweaking before they finish it, you know. So what we're seeing now is going to be different than, a little different at least, than what we see when it goes live officially. And then I think it'll be different still 6 months down the road. You know, I mean, look at the changes that they're making to the GL, to the new raid, not the GL. It's, you know, they make changes, right? And when they make the changes, it affects us one way or the other. Let's do this and this. Pull this old bin. Let's pull in. Pull in. in him. No, I think that there's going to be a lot of changes. You know. Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing is new players won't ever be able to get the Razor Crest. I think that's going to be a definite, that's definitely going to be for in-game-ish players. Same thing, like I remember Kenobi, and this is the same with every, what do you call it, major event like this. People aren't going to get those characters. It's just not going to happen. And I think that's the push, right? They want you to eventually get to where you can get them, but it's not going to be one that most players, especially new players, are going to be able to get right off the bat. They're definitely hoping that people stay around. When the original Rancor came out, like, it was so cool. Everyone was excited, but we went through the exact same thing as we are going through now, right? Like, we see a gap where there are players who don't get it. They're not going to be able to get it, and it sucks for those players. But it is what it is, unfortunately. But I think that's part of that motivation to keep going, right? To keep developing. Your characters, your rosters. Is it right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily wrong. It's just the way that they do it. Man. Take that, Poplu. Every time I think of Poplu, I think of the Futurama episode with poplars, and it's just, I think of these little nuggets of chicken that turn out to be people's babies. Great episode. Great episode if you guys are looking for something to binge. You're bored on a Sunday night. So, I don't know though. I'm curious to see what they do with a lot of this stuff. Hey. Man, I need to get to work. Look at that. Holy crap. Got a lot more I need to get doing. My feats. I got all my feats. So let's go here. I'm going to take it my bounty hunters. Because, like I said, I like my bounty hunters. And I'm curious to know how they perform. Maybe they're going to have some performance anxiety. I have no idea. But that's the thing. So, what's cool about this is I don't like all of those AoE things, but all of my characters end up doing AoE stuff anyways. So, we'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna have to get rid of this lady first. There she goes. Starts throwing on Beskar armor. Holy crap, this may not be the best. Oh no. Anyways, yeah, I think there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out. I love the disintegration. It makes me so happy. go after Cara Dune a little bit. I mean, not to jump on the bandwagon, because everyone else seems to be going after her. Burn. I'm just not sure to who. Oh, that's Beskar Mando armor. I was thinking that it was different Mando. Oh, let's just shoot it. Oh no! Let's do this. I do love me some Cara Dune, as far as like the game goes. She's pretty epic. But part of the reason why I want to get Moff. Oh man, this sucked. Part of the reason I want to get Mothma up so bad is because Cara Dune is going to be super effective on the Mothma team. But you know, you got to get her out first. Okay, let's try that again with. Go first order. Boosh. And let's see how it works. Ugh. Oh my gosh, yeah. She's I'm sorry. I loved that. That made me happy. Clearly, you could hear the laughter. It's impressive what a galactic legend can do. It's also kind of frustrating. Ooh. When without using. That was awesome. Alright, let's see here. Oh, that's a nice one. Now 60% math. I'm taking that one. Yeah, that was happiness. Oh. Peanut butter jelly tap. Let's take this one off. No. Let's take this one off. Confirm. Alright, Sector 3. So I've got one more battle in me tonight, guys. Let's go after Sector 3. Let's check out our feats. Inflict at least 50 thermal detonators on enemies. Inflict 50 debuffs on enemies. And at least 7 battle squad of Sith. Sith squad. Who are we going after? Oh, guys. Let me tell you something. Just before I came on, I was working on a video for what a Phoenix team rework. No, that's true. What a Phoenix team rework needs to look like. And I feel like I have a pretty good idea of how they should, you know, get them to work better. I'm curious to know how many debuffs I put on them now. Am I gonna get this feat right now? Like that first feat? Part of me feels like I'm pretty close. Let's go here. Swoosh! Alright. 3 stars it is. I did inflict at least 50 buffs on an enemy. Holy balls. They really do need to. I did a video a couple of weeks ago that talked about it, and they absolutely need to rework the Phoenix Squad. It's just, I mean, you've got the separatists. You've got the GOs. I mean, which they are separatists. Take this one, you know, but there's just, I mean, the Phoenix are great, right? The Phoenix are awesome, and when you have this, oops, sorry, wrong button. Oh my gosh, when you have the GOs, and the GOs are such an effective team now. They're not the most amazing by any means, and I won't say that they are, but like they're pretty solid. The Phoenix need to be the same. The Phoenix need to be right up there with them. So, anyways, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. We've hit our hour. I'm gonna start wrapping things up. Get ready for the week. I hope you guys have a great week. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Click that little bell icon to be notified anytime I post a video, and let me know what you guys think. Be the change. Be nice to people. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to other people, damn it. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Check out the links in the section below. Yes, there are Star Wars books that are out there that are not great. This one is not one of them. This is a phenomenal book, guys. And if you haven't signed up for a free trial for Audible, take the time, take 5 minutes, do it. It is absolutely worth it. And every time you do,